Are we in a housing bubble? Let's look at the data. Hi, I'm Bill Stevenson from Spotlight Realty, and you get this question all the time when you're a real estate agent. Is the market going to turn around? Is the bubble going to pop again like it did back in 2008? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know the future. So let's look at what happened in 2008 though. Let's compare the change in housing prices for the 5 years preceding the downturn in 2007 with the 5 years preceding right now. This chart shows that they're pretty darn similar. Both are approaching about a 45% gain in housing prices. So that makes you, I think, a little bit nervous because right after this, housing prices hit, they flattened out in many areas, and in many areas they actually started a significant downturn. There's one very big difference between today and 2007, 2008. Take a look at this chart. This is a chart of credit availability. You see, back in 2006, 2007, it was super easy to get a mortgage. You didn't even have to prove that you had a job. No income verification, no job verifications. They were called ninja loans. And today, that ain't happening. As you can see here, it got really hard after the collapse to have sufficient credit to get a mortgage. Sort of bottomed out in early 2009. And we're not that far from there right now. So it is still really, really hard to get a mortgage. There are not a lot of nonsense mortgages out there. And on top of that, if you look at supply and demand, supply is so incredibly low right now. During the last run-up, 2004, 2005, Durham, North Carolina, for example, would have approximately 2,000 homes on the market at any given time. That was the last good market we had, the last sort of balanced market we had. In 2008, 2009, that went way up to about 2,500 homes, right? Well, today in Durham, there are about 250 homes on the market. That means, keep in mind, what I just said was 2,000 is a balanced market, 2,500 is a buyer's market. We can get about 8 to 10 times as many homes as we currently have on the market in this town of Durham, North Carolina, and it still would be a balanced market. So there may be some flattening in prices. There may be some slower growth in prices in the future. But I don't think it is worth worrying about there being a collapse. And as you all know, if you watch these videos enough, you know that the long-term trend in housing prices is always up. Since the dawn of man, since the first caveman sold a 2-bedroom cave to some other caveman, home prices have done nothing but go up over the long term. So be comforted. Be confident that you're going to and build wealth by buying your own home. I'm Bill Stevenson. Are we in a bubble? Is this a bubble we're in? Look at me, I'm in some kind of a bubble.